out at the Hoops property here at 144th and Lowell. It's one of the undeveloped open space sites here in Broomfield. Unlike some of the other ones with trails and other things, what's happened is it hasn't been treated or nothing's been done with it. You can see it's turned into a monoculture of Canada thistle. So we're out here trying to take care of it and use the goats to do so. Using goats as a weed control measure is pretty unique. I think it's an integrated approach to controlling our weed populations. I think basically if we were to contract this and chemically do it, it would probably cost about the same, but we'd be applying a lot of chemical. There's a definite bad image of chemical control. We do use it here in the city, but this is an alternative option. I think it's a more natural, environmentally friendly way to try and control our weeds, and I think it's a good way to approach it. Reduce that population and get it down to a number that's reasonable that we can control with other means.
Been living with the goats as a nomad for about 10 years. Constantly with the goats. They're small, little, and they have attitudes. They're smarter than the average goat, aren't you?
Lou lives out here with the goats. That's her job. She's a goat herder. Basically, she comes out, she stays with the goats. Basically, the whole time she's out here, the only thing we need to provide her with is water 3 times a week so that the goats have something to drink, because obviously the vegetation's pretty dry. Lou stays here. She's got 2 guardian dogs and 2 herding dogs.
It's okay.
Basically, she fences the goats off and she takes care of them.
Well, it's a 24/7 deal. You're just with them all the time, especially in these urban areas. You don't want to leave them untended.
This is Canada thistle, and that's our biggest problem. As you can see, there's also some musk thistle out here, and they've actually done a number on there. There's the flower head on there. The leaves are pretty much gone on this one. We also have some bull thistle out here, pretty gnarly looking, and they will probably eventually take care of that. They actually will eat that. It's pretty surprising. Basically what they do is they strip the thistle all the way down. There's nothing left but a stalk, and what that does is basically the plant still thinks that there's something there to use. But in actuality, it basically starts to kind of work itself to death because it's trying to put water up, but there's really nothing to go to. And it stresses the plant, and it enables some of the more dominant species that we want to come in, like the grasses, to pop back up and come in.
Well, what I've been doing is I'm putting them in grazing cells, little sections, and they're about 2.5 acres apiece about. And then I leave them in there a day or 2, depending on how they're doing. I monitor that. Just move them on when I think they're finished to the next section. Come on! Well, they love getting into the new set. They're just like people. You've got to keep them interested in their food and happy, and give them a change now and then and something different. It's incredibly thick. When I put them out, I just always think, my goodness, this is going to take them days. I don't think they can ever get through it, but they do a fine job. I'll just take out this section here of the fence will come out, and they'll be eating this kind of a pie-shaped area right here. It's probably going to be, it's going to be more like 4 acres or so. Okay, now we got to go get this fence back before they figure out where the hole is. My fence chargers, I don't know if you saw them over there. I use a deep cycle marine battery, and then they are kept charged up by the solar panel. And I've had them for years, and I've never had to charge them up any other way. And then they put charge through to this electric netting, and you can get up to about 6,000 volts going through it, or even more than that. It makes it all possible, because otherwise you'd be having to run back and forth charging batteries and trying to find plug-ins and that sort of thing.
We found this out here today, but as we all know, here in Broomfield recently, in the last couple of years, we've had problems with coyotes. The populations of coyotes basically have become habituated to humans. But obviously you can see how it'd be a problem for Lou out here. She's out here basically by herself, and that's why she has the guardian dog. As she said, it's been pretty active out here at night with the coyotes.
Yeah, Kep. There, Kachi. Now this is a guardian dog. This is Vlaka. Vlaka, what are you doing? She's Great Pyrenees and an Anatolian cross. When they hear a coyote or perceive any threat, it can be from above or below, wherever it comes from, they just put up a woof and an alarm, and then they put themselves between the herd and the danger. And normally the danger will just go away. They don't want to contend with these two. Right now, we're just going to look through these. I've got a kid with I think he's got a little foot abscess, and we're just going to catch him before we turn him into the new feed and get him a shot if he needs it. Here, grab him. There you got him. All right, catch it. What the heck happened, sweetie pie? Huh? What happened? They've been getting like little foot abscesses in their feet. Just keep him from wiggling.
Gotcha.
There we go, baby. Kind of turn him over and I'll get him on his back. Okay, put him down now. There we go.
Run away!
With the wet weather, it really brought it on, but usually one shot of that will just shape him right up.
No eating my pants over there. To do this sort of thing is better than having to spend all the money on spray and the time it would take us to come out here and do this. With everybody wanting to go green, and this is a nice way to do it, and then of course it's fun to be able to come out and pet the goats. It sounds kind of silly, but it is fun to be able to come out here and see them and see the job that they do and see the dogs.
The main thing you've got to shoot down with folks is this idea that goats eat anything. And actually they're very selective. They've gotten a bum rap for that. It's just that they like things that we're not accustomed to anybody liking. They like things that are prickly and sharp and thorny. They like to peel and strip things. I enjoy the goats so much, and it's a way to do something that I believe in, and trying to educate folks about weeds and the care of the land. I can do it with my goats, and it's a way to be working with livestock and not having to produce the end product of meat. Like these kids here can just stay in the herd and keep eating for a living. And there's a little guy we gave the shot to. He's eating, that's good. I think most people are just, they're amazed at how fascinating they are. They're such characters in the animal world, and they're just such fun to watch. They're never boring, and people will come out and just watch them for hours. And then when they get to playing in the evening, when the kids start playing and having fun, it's just endlessly entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're right here in the middle of Broomfield. I mean, you can turn around the Safeways across the street, the gas station, the bank. You can see the housing developments off in the distance, and here we've got a 130-acre parcel right here in the middle of Broomfield where we're using goats, and it's just nice to see them out there doing their job. It's something interesting for the public to see. When I first helped unload them and see them come off, it was really exciting to watch them just get out there and just start to feed. It's just really interesting to watch. I think when you come out and you're around them too, you kind of get that sense. It's just kind of, it's fun. Even though it's fun, they're doing a job and they're providing a service and they're doing what they're supposed to, and they're helping us control our noxious weed population. And it's just a really interesting approach and a fun approach to get rid of the weeds.